The firefighters are mere flecks, but their task is monumental. One grapples with a slab of concrete as they search for survivors. Nothing about this structure looks remotely safe. Overnight, Lviv has become a front line hundreds of kilometers away from the front line. You can see how that feels for people.
Russians are hitting us. That's how they love us. I'm sorry for all those people who were killed. They were so young. So sorry for them.
The mayor says this is the biggest attack on the city's civilian infrastructure. This being a residential building is propaganda, according to Russian state television. But how can it be?
They, Russians, Rashists, say that they are bombing military objects, but they hit a peaceful house. People were sleeping. How could they do it?
And the Russian government's manipulation of reality strikes at every level of this war, including internal politics. A couple of days ago at the Kremlin, Putin offered to show this girl and her parents where he works. Then we'll drink some tea, he says jovially. An attempt, many say, to show the world all is well at the heart of power when there's been a play for it. Yevgeny Prigozhin's insurrection ended with a deal. We'll drop the charges against you if you move to Belarus. But guess what? He's not there, according to the country's president. And the Kremlin rather nonchalantly says it's not following Prigozhin's movements.
When the mutiny was suppressed, Putin came out with an address in which he talked about civil war and civil strife. And that is a card that he occasionally plays to basically scare the elites into supporting him by essentially saying, look, if it's not me, it's going to get really bad. It is also enough to kind of get them into a sense of like wanting to return to business as usual as quickly as possible, at least have a semblance of normalcy, because the alternative is quite frankly too scary to fathom for a lot of them.
Today, Zelensky flew to Bulgaria in a bid for military support, and tomorrow it'll be negotiating a grain deal in Turkey. For him, at least, it is business as usual.